In this video, we'll be learning about relative clauses. What are relative clauses? There are two types of relative clause, defining and non-defining. Let's look at defining relative clauses first. Defining relative clauses tell us which subject a speaker is referring to. Here is an example. My bag is the one which is purple. On the other hand, non-defining relative clauses give us more information about a subject which has already been identified. They are not essential. Here is an example. Gerald, who is standing next to me, is my study buddy. How do we use defining relative clauses? One way we can use defining relative clauses is with the words who or which as the subject of the clause. We use who for people and which for things. Besides who and which, we can also use that to begin a defining relative clause. Let's take a look at an example. The window which is closed is on the third floor. Here is another way we can use defining relative clauses. We can use who, whom, which, and that as the object of the clause. Here is an example. The coin that I found on the floor is worth $5. If we use any of these words as the object of a defining relative clause, we can actually omit them without any change to the meaning of the clause. Now let's look at non-defining relative clauses. Non-defining relative clauses usually begin with who, whom, and which, but not the word that. Here is an example. Joanna Lau, who wears glasses, is the class monitress. As you can see, the non-defining relative clause is separated from the rest of the sentence with commas. We also cannot omit which, who, or whom in the clause. Now let's practice using relative clauses. Choose the correct relative clauses to complete the following sentences. The answers are who had broken his leg and who is 9 years old.